and specifically men's health. And you'll find that to be healthy, there are several things that you need to be healthy, and we're talking about men's health here. Discover a better way of life. Men, we have a challenge. We don't really take care of our health much. But our story starts with a dream of a young man. He's now an old man, but he started off when he was 19 years of age. He's called Jerry Brasfield, the founder and CEO of Neolife. Jerry also had a health challenge. He had asthma. And he actually realized that many other people need these products. So he went all out to introduce other people to use our products, because he already had a personal testimony with our products. And that's our CEO. Today he's an 80-year-old man, but very strong. I saw one of his videos the other day, and the push-ups that he did, I could not do. So that's Jerry Brasfield. Sorry. Just a minute, 1 minute. Sorry about this. Sorry, I lost my screen share there. Just a minute. So we were talking about Jerry, and Jerry started off as a young man, and like I said, he had asthma. He used our products. They worked for him, and he saw a business. Today, he has more than 10 companies that he has developed from Neolife. And like we are saying, your health is your greatest wealth. That's a very, very important thing to note there. And today it's about men's health, and we are just going to talk about men issues. And you find that the main goal of the Men's Month is just to heighten the challenges that men face, and more importantly, to give them solutions from what they are facing. And it's important to note a few things. Number one, the issue about cancer. Global statistics of cancer are quite scary. And you can see that 70% of the global cancer burden is in the low middle income countries like Kenya. We all know that cancer is a very, very expensive disease to manage and to treat. Kenya has the third highest cause of morbidity in cancer, 7% of the deaths per year after infectious diseases. Prostate, more importantly, prostate, 17 per 100 people get prostate cancer, and that is scary. And this is a condition that starts quite early. By the time you reach the age of 30, your prostate starts swelling, and you find that by the time it's detected, it's already a big problem. I remember looking at my dad's diagnosis, and they said that it was caused by a long-term deficiency of zinc. So you can see it's something that is nutritionally related. We have what we call a scientific advisory board. These are the scientists that ensure that our products are safe, they don't have a side effects, and they were led by the late Dr. Arthur Fast. And these people just ensure that the products that we are talking about will actually do the job that they promise to do. And if you look at the diet that you are eating today, because diets, the food that you're eating today is not up to scratch in terms of the nutrients that we have. We tend to eat mostly for pleasure rather than the quality of the food that is supposed to be there. And when you look at that example there, if you look at the breads that we eat today, it doesn't have enough nutrients. During the processing of bread, nutrients are stripped out. And you find that at the end of the day, yes, you're eating bread, but the nutrients are not there. And this is just an example. There are so many other foods that we eat today that do not actually give us the nutrients that we are looking for. And if you look at, we call it the wellness pyramid. When you talk about the wellness pyramid, you'll find that the nutrients that are supposed to be in the food are not there. And that brings a big problem. Just a minute. I think today my gadget is quite acting up quite a bit here, but let's see what we can do. Hang on a minute. Okay.
Fred, let me share the screen from my side.
Please do, please do. I think my gadgets have a problem here.
Just continue.
Yeah, so you find that the food that you're eating today lacks the nutrients that we are required to have in our diet. And as a result, we end up in a situation whereby you are eating food, but the body is not getting the nutrients that is required. And this is where Neolife came in to bridge the gap, to actually give you the right nutrients that your body does need to function at optimal levels. And when you look at the food pyramid, you find that there is a certain way that the World Health Organization recommends that you eat. And if we go to the next slide, Gladys. If you look at the World Health Organization, and if you look at that food pyramid, it says that whole grains are supposed to be the main thing that you're eating. It should be 75% of your diet. Weight management, physical activity, these are very, very important things that will actually help your body to function at peak levels. And you find that Neolife now comes in to bridge the gap, because the truth is we are not eating the right foods. We are not eating correctly. We are not eating as per what the World Health Organization requires us to eat. And if we go to the next slide, Gladys. Neolife came up with a product there that you can see that actually brings the pyramid the right side up. We are talking about the Pro Vitality Plus with whole grains in threonine. We have the omega salmon, which is actually the fish that your body needs. We also have the vitamins in the multi that is part of the Pro Vitality Plus. And when you take a sachet of Pro Vitality Plus, then you find that you've actually taken in the nutrients that you require. Your pyramid is the right side up. And this gives your body energy for your body to function the way God intended it to function. Part of the benefits that you get from this is immunity. With carotenoid complex, when you take it for 30 days, it actually boosts your immunity by 37%. It also is a powerful antioxidant. It actually helps your body to prevent your body from getting cancer. In fact, what happens with carotenoid is that it holds the cancer so that the cancer does not spread around the body. And another thing about carotenoid, which is very exciting, it actually slows down the aging process by 44%. Another important thing about the Pro Vitality Plus is that it actually gives you a healthy brain function. Your recall is well improved. You're able to remember things. As we grow older, we tend to become very forgetful. And these are deficiencies in omega-3 oils. It also helps in getting you youthful skin and healthy hair. And you find that and the other issue is flexible joints. With omega-3, it gives you the synovial fluid in your joints so that when you're working out, your joints are flexible. And it also lowers inflammation by about 68% above. And you find that at the end of the day, you will not get the problems with the joints and all that. And you find that the other interesting thing about the Pro Vitality Plus is that it is a sachet, so it's easy to consume. And it doesn't, you just put it in your bag and you can actually go with it to the office and consume it. The next product that is important for men is the Aloe Vera Plus. Now, this is a product that I recommend for all men because especially if you're that kind of man who takes one for the road, this is a product that is a must for your house because it helps you to deal with hangovers. You wake up feeling fresh. It helps to undo the damage that alcohol does inside your body. Wherever it touches, it heals from your mouth, your throat, your stomach, ulcers, it heals ulcers, it aids in digestion. It's actually a fantastic product that you can actually use. And at the end of the day, you find that your body functions the way God intended it to function. This is one of the key products that my dad used, and he was able to sort out the issue of ulcers. Now, moving on there, the next product that you need is masculine herbal complex. Now, masculine supports the masculinity for men. This is actually a key product for men. And this is a product that balances hormones for men so that as a man, you're able to function as a man. It even boosts the libido. So you don't need to go for things like Viagra and all these things that people experiment with. We all know that Viagra will actually cause a heart attack. And many, especially many prominent Kenyans have actually died when they are trying to experiment with Viagra. So instead of going for those unhealthy options, why don't you use masculine herbal complex? It is safe, it is natural, it is made from herbs, and you cannot overdose on it, and it will give you the results that you're looking for. I always like saying that masculine herbal enables a man to get what is in his mind and take it to practicals, yeah? So these are very, very important product for men. It also prevents you from getting cancer, prostate cancer for men. And it's a product that is indeed a must. And you need to take it at least once every 6 months. You don't have to wait until you are sick. You need to take it in advance so that you can protect yourself from getting the cancer in the first place. The next product we are going to look at is another product that is very key for men. We call it zinc, chelated zinc. Chelated zinc is an exciting product, and chelated zinc actually helps to strengthen the sperms so that the sperms can be able to fertilize the egg for men. So if somebody is trying to get children, these are products you need to go for. Zinc also enables a man to function. Many men suffer from erectile dysfunction. Some men suffer from premature ejaculation. Some start off and 3 minutes later, 1 minute later, they are done. When you take zinc, you find that you're able to last the distance, and it gives you stamina. I always like saying, if you want to go to town, for example, um, you don't want to reach halfway and then you embark prematurely. So zinc helps you to do that. Another thing about zinc is that it helps to ensure that the muscles of a man remain strong, and the vitality of a man, the man does not waste away as he grows older. So this is a product that you really must have. Now with the COVID issue, zinc is the only nutrient that actually breaks down the viruses. So it's a product that is a must, not only for the fertility for men, but also for boosting your immunity, especially in this period of COVID. Now, the next product that we look at, next one, Gladys, is vitamin E. Vitamin E is actually a product that has been used since time immemorial for fertility. Even in the Bible, it was used. Many farmers have used wheat germ oil, and they would apply it on the bulls to enable the bulls to do their job. And vitamin E is responsible for reproductive health for both men and women. And any kind of reproductive malfunctioning is sorted out by vitamin E. So it is a product that is major for men. It's an antioxidant, so it will also help to prevent the cancer. It also supports the brain. It promotes the lung and colon function, and also the immunity for the man. So it's a fantastic form of vitamin. It also helps blood circulation in the body, so that blood can be able to flow to all parts of the body. So it's highly recommended that you take vitamin E. I know for ladies, especially where you don't like things like stretch marks and that kind of thing, this is a product that does wonders for you in that direction. I can tell you, for me, I have 4 girls, and my wife never labored beyond an hour, because by using vitamin E, you find that you're able to, it shortens the labor period so that you're able to give birth faster. And then again, it also clears any scars and stuff like that that are left after the process. So moving on there is Cruciferous Plus. Now, Cruciferous is a very unique product, again, from Neolife, and it comprises of the fruits and vegetables that have a cross. Any vegetable that has a cross, when you cut it into two. And somebody said, cruciferous vegetables simply crucify cancer. And when you think about it that way, and you look at the vegetables that when you cut them in half, they produce a cross, your broccoli, your cabbages, these are vegetables that are very important for you, kale, watercress, that kind of thing. And the cruciferous vegetables settle on the receptor sites for cancer. And you find that hormonal cancers have receptor sites. You have the cervix, you have the prostate, you have cysts which develop and become cancerous, the uterus. When you use cruciferous vegetables, they are able to actually settle on the receptor sites, so it prevents the cancer from settling on that site. And you find that at the end of the day, you are able to prevent yourself from getting cancer. So this is a product that is important. Another benefit I found with cruciferous the Cruciferous Plus that you have in your life, it makes your skin glow. You just look like you've been bleaching your face. And I used it and a couple of times, and people ask me, Fred, what are you using nowadays? Kwanza umeanza bleach. So If you want your skin to look good, you need Cruciferous Plus, and it will sort you out. But the most important thing about Cruciferous is that it prevents you from getting cancer. And remember, we said cancer is a very expensive condition. Instead of waiting to get cancer, get Cruciferous and prevent yourself from getting cancer. Now, next slide, please. So that is the solution for Neolife. And you find that we wrap it up and say, with Daily Vitality Pack, you add on your masculine herbal complex, you add on your zinc, you add on your vitamin E, you add on your cruciferous plus. As a man, you are totally protected and you actually are able to go out there with vitality. You're able to function as a man. You can now focus on the important things that men do, like making money, investing, buying those plots and all these things. You know, men, we have a weakness. Sometimes we tend to focus on the wrong things because we neglect our health and we are busy looking for money, and we get the money, we get the plots, we get the everything, and then we fall sick. Now we have to sell the plots and then the cars and everything and go to India. And the worst case, the other day, a few days ago, I was talking to a man, one of my customers, and he was telling me about his friends who are really not interested in supplements. And these are guys who like their kanywaji and everything, and they own tranches of land. They own properties. In fact, he was giving me the names, and I mean, there are people who are seriously wealthy, but unfortunately, they cannot even leave the bed. They actually operate on a wheelchair. They have several cars out there, but they cannot drive those cars. I mean, that to me is not success, because success is having the money and enjoying the money. And that is why we are saying now as men that we need to be different. We not only look for the money, but we invest that money to keeping ourselves healthy. And you see, we all know that if you have a car and it goes for 5,000 kilometers, you take it for service. You spend 40,000 shillings, 10,000, 20,000, and you're good to go. But zinc and omega-3, if you're looking at buying it, then you say this thing is too expensive for me. I think there, as men, we need to relook at our priorities. Let's not just buy things for our family, supplements and everything, but let's take care of ourselves, because we are the ones who are looking for the money. And that takes us to another level. We are all looking for money. Neolife offers you a chance to make money. When I came to Neolife, I was told you'll make money without selling. I didn't like selling, and I joined because I wanted to make money. And I was told, just use the products, share this with other people. They get in and use the products. The more people you share with, the more money you make. And I said, wow, this is something that can work for me. And you see, in your life, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. And we have a fantastic range of products other than the food supplements. We even have a farm product called Super Grow that increases productivity by 167%. So we tell you, use these products. And as you're using the products, you benefit from other things. You have a website for moving your products. You have the TNL app. You have a back office. You have support in terms of distribution. You don't need to worry how your clients will get the products. Neolife will deliver for you. You don't need to worry. You don't need to have employees. When you introduce people to Neolife, they are paid directly by Neolife. So you find that at the end of the day, you order online. It's a business that has been created for people who are fully employed, who can only work part-time. But as you grow the business, then you have choices. You can now say, now I want to do it on a full-time basis, but that's optional. You can still continue doing it part-time. I know the likes of Anyang Nyong and Keraitu who still do the business today. I found them in the business, and we have been able to travel globally with them to more than 20 destinations with Neolife. And they came in and they started doing the business. And the reason why they're able to do it, yet they have a very busy schedule, is because of the support that Neolife gives you. And I always look at, especially those two gentlemen, and I say, wow, these are the people who are where they are governors, for crying out loud, but they're making money from Neolife. And that's taught me something about the rich. They don't look at an opportunity and discount it. They look at an opportunity and ask themselves, how much time will it take? And they plunge in and they start doing it. But many a times we get caught up with our professions. You look at an opportunity, say, me, I'm not going to sell supplements. Me, I'm an engineer. Or me, I'm a teacher. But if the job is not giving you enough, look at an opportunity that you can start small, but grow big and do it part-time. That will not interfere with what you're doing currently. So what does it take to succeed in your life? Very simple. You need a dream, a burning dream, something that is pushing you. For me, I wanted to be my own boss, and I did that by the age of 30. I wanted to drive the nice cars. I bought several cars courtesy of Neolife. I wanted to travel the world. I've been able to travel to more than 20 destinations courtesy of Neolife. And when I travel with my spouse, so I don't leave my wife behind, and it's all paid for by Neolife. The second thing that you need a burning desire. Um, that thing that tells you, yes, you can do it. You can do this thing. That thing that you feel deep down that I can be the best that I want to be. And that will propel you to actually pay the price for success. Then you need belief. You need to believe in yourself. The good thing about this is that we have trainings, we have support that actually helps you to develop that belief in yourself. I didn't believe in myself, but through the training and the coaching of leaders in your life, that grew with time. The last thing here is patience. It's a 2 to 5 year plan. It's not a get rich quick scheme, but it's a get rich sure scheme. You come in and you just do the basics, which will be taught by your upline, and you'll not only be healthier, but you'll actually make the money and be able to grow your business. Now, to wrap up the meeting for us, I just want to invite a gentleman that very successful in this business. He's a man that I respect. He's a professional. He's an engineer by training, and he's a man who is doing the business and doing it very seriously. And I just want to bring up Bona Shangala Dixon to just wrap up the meeting for us. Others, thank you so much, and God bless you.
Oh, thank you, Fred. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good, thank you. That was a wonderful presentation on our products and our business opportunity. For the guests who are joining us for the first time, my name is Dixon Shangala. I'm a husband to one wife, Joyce, and between us, we are blessed with two teenagers between 18 and 12 years. By training, I'm a telecommunications engineer, but I retired in 2015 after being invited into this opportunity. I listened to the opportunity, the bit that just Fred has shared about the money. I did not understand anything about health that particular day. But when they started talking about money, I was very keen. And after they finished talking, I was certain about one thing, that if and only if 50% of what they have said is true, then I can be successful. By then, I had worked for 18 years, and I was really a disappointed engineer because I could not afford a decent home for my family. I could not afford just putting a good meal on the table for my family. I could not afford good education for my child then. Only one was in school then, but I could not afford good education. And so when this opportunity was presented, I looked at it and I said, okay, I think I can do this and I can be successful. While I was now getting to learn the business, something strange happened. And my dad fell ill. And when I took him for medication, he was diagnosed with prostatitis. And this was a big blow in my financial situation because I looked at it as a challenge, a huge mountain that I could not climb. And immediately after that, the next thing was some lab tests. And after that, yes, it was confirmed. The doctor now was, you have to prepare for surgery. And all this was financially impacting. And so I looked at my dad. When he heard of the situation, he was very, very low. and he couldn't believe that he was getting into a situation where he has to go to a theater. I worked tirelessly to try to get funds for this. And as this happened, I actually talked to my upline and I asked him, I called him for a one-on-one meeting. I sat him down and I told him I have this problem that is before me. And he told me, yeah, Dixon, you know, being in your life is like it was God sent. So you just need to get him supplements for him, get supplements for him, get him started alongside the doctor's prescribed medication. And when I talked to him and he looked at me and I asked him, so what supplements? I was still fresh in the business, so I asked, what do you recommend? So he told me carotenoid complex. He told me to get cruciferous. He told me to get salmon oil. These are products that Fred has seriously articulated this evening. He told me to get zinc, and I also got trianen. So these 5 products were my first ever good order from Neolife. And when I started him on these products, alongside the doctor's medication, because now I had to ask the doctor to give me something to buy time as I get funds. In about a record 8 weeks, he registered great improvement. And, we are talking of a situation that was sometimes in 2010. And as I speak to you tonight, this old man is still moving on. He's healthy. He has not gone through this surgery and is living a healthy life courtesy of these products. He is no longer on medication. In fact, the only dose that was given for 6 months, immediately I said I cannot afford a surgery. That is the last bit of medication that we bought. And he's in good health. I can attest to that. He's over 75 now, and he's living a healthy life. We thank God for new life. Now, along the way, again, my 6-year-old boy came back home from a school trip, and again he came very sick, very ill, and we had to take him to Gertrude's Hospital. And the mother took him while I was working. She actually called me at around 4 p.m. and told me, you know what, we have a situation. And I asked her what situation. So she told me this boy has been diagnosed with with asthma. He has signs of asthma. So he's already been put on inhalers and all that. So I asked, so why did the doctors have to do this without consulting me? And she told me, we came here in a dire situation and we had to accept what the doctors are saying. I was in pains accepting that someone who left for a trip healthy would come back home and the next day you're told he has asthma and he's put on inhalers. But I had to accept it. However, immediately after he was discharged, then we put him on herbal respiratory, chelated Calmac, and omega-3 salmon oil. These 3 products helped my son get out of the situation he was in. In 2015, after using these products and giving them to a number of good people, this business or this company paid me a check of 68,000 plus, and this made me make a decision to just leave employment and get started fully into this business and do it. The business has been good to me. I don't regret that decision quitting engineering. I have been doing the business from my home, which I was able to put up by December 2017, courtesy of this business. I have been able to put up a small home back at my rural place. I was able to buy myself a car. After working 18 years without a car, I was able to do this in 2015. So this business has been able to change my life and that of my family. And today I can attest to you, the guests and everyone on this call, that we are living a life free of challenges and we are enjoying good health. It all starts with that decision that you make today. You can make a decision to become a new life product customer. That is fine. You can make a decision to sign up with New Life to buy the products at wholesale price, and also as you save, you will be making some money by buying for your friends and your neighbors and relatives. That is how it all began, and that is what we are. That is how far this business has taken us. So for the guests, I want to encourage you and thank you sincerely for taking your time to be here to listen. Talk to the person who invited you for more details about the products. Otherwise, for me, I want to sincerely thank you. Sorry I joined you late in the meeting because I had gone out for an evening job, but I purposed when I was told that there's a meeting, I purposed that I need to be here and share, especially with the men who are on this call. So if you're a lady, you take this message to the man that is behind you. I want to stop here and tell you that if I have done it, you can do it and you can do it much better. For now, I want to invite our president team member who is on this call just to say a word and close the meeting for us. So without taking a lot of time, I want to welcome my mentor in this business, someone who also challenged me as a young engineer to take this opportunity because I found him here and he's in the same profession. So Charles, I hope you are ready. You can take over and close the meeting for us.
Habari zenu.
Nzuri sana.
My name is Charles Jero. I'm an engineer by profession, vile mmesikia. Thank you very much, Shangara Dixon, na Gichuki, na Gladys, and the rest who are in this call. I'm married to Judy. We have been in this business now for the last 19 years. In fact, exactly 19 years, 30 days. So we joined the business 2001. By then, I was working with the City Council of Nairobi as an engineer. And by then, my salary was not very good. So what happened is that one time we had, I was busy doing construction somewhere around Karen. And that time, Judy came home and she was telling me about these people who are introducing her to the business. We went ahead and joined the business. Now, my challenge was very simple. One, I was very, very shy. So when I was told to go talk to people, sell products, I found it very, very hard. In fact, after joining the business in 2001, I sold my first product in 2003. That is after 2 years. By then, we were earning over 200,000 shillings. Sometimes you may ask, how did you make money? How are you making money when you have not sold anything? That is how our business works. There's a way you do it, and the way you do it is where you make more money, not just by selling. Selling is what many people are used to. Many people who know about the other businesses think about selling. Now, it was a different way of doing the business. So when we started the business, that month we had 70 points. Now, if you are new in this call, you may not understand what points are and how you generate the points. But those who are there, who have been in the business, they know about the points. We had 70 points, and I waited for a check by the end of the month, and there was no check that was coming. Second month, we had 94 points. We also never got any check. That is the time I told Judy, we are not doing this business any longer because we are doing it for the person who introduced us. Now, by coincidence, that month of August, the time we did 94 points, the person who had introduced us together with the wife had been taken to South Africa for a holiday by the company. And you see, being an engineer and having worked for 11 years as an engineer, I had not even boarded a plane. My children were very concerned about their life, that they cannot board a plane. In fact, we do not even have a car by then. So when this fellow talked about boarding a plane and going to South Africa, I felt a bit uncomfortable, but I thought we invested all this money because he wanted to travel. He wanted to travel together with our wife. So we stopped doing the business. In September 2001, we did absolutely nothing. We never bought anything. We never talked to anybody about the business. In fact, we were very negative. But towards the end of the month, this gentleman who had introduced us to the business called me. When he called me, he told me that there's a meeting at Westlands. And there was this American fellow who was coming. He's called Rico Brown. In fact, I went to the meeting, not because it was a New Life meeting. I went to the meeting because there was an American coming. I found more fun in listening to the American than doing the business. So when we went there, we sat down, and as usual, as the meeting was starting, we were told, please come in front. There are more seats in front. For me, and I was a bit arrogant and a bit stubborn because I hated the whole thing. But Judy managed to go in front. She sat. I was left behind alone. Most of the people went in front. So as we approached to the end of the meeting, we were told to remove our tickets and see whether we had won products. And I won products worth 5,000 shillings. So that gave me an opportunity to go in front and pick the products. As I was, as we finished, to Kambua, now you can have your seats. Now sitting down, back to my seat was very hard because everybody was looking at me. So I sat in front, and this fellows invited 4 people to give testimonies. One talked about the products, how she had used the products together with her mom, na Kaponas, juu alikuwa na high blood pressure, na arthritis. Another one talked about the same thing, customer alikuwa mgonjwa na yeye alikuwa mgonjwa. At that point, my mind clicked that you are supposed to look for customers, to look for sick people. Now, the third person talked about kununua nyumba na kununua plot na kujenga nyumba Muthaiga. I said that was not true. This fellow must have been bribed. You are tudanganya. You know the way we criticize. The fourth fellow ndiye alisema, alituonyesha picha wakiwa Sun City, San Francisco, Italy. Wow, that attracted me. So the following day, I sat down with the person who introduced us, na akanielezea how to do the business. But I had one question. How long will it take me to achieve my dream? And I told him my dream is to travel. Akaniambia, if you give yourself 2 years to 5 years, you're going to achieve your dream. Then I told him, I'll do all what it takes, but only for 2 years. If I don't achieve my dream, I'll call it quits. So we started the business that month, the following, that was September, now October, sorry. We became senior managers. Our check was about 3,000 shillings. Then it went to 4,000 the following month, then 9,000, then 12,000, then 23,000 in February 2002. We became directors. In 1 year, 9 months, we were given an opportunity by the company to go to South Africa. Tukalipiwa airfare and accommodation in a hotel ilikuwa inaitwa Emerald Resort and Casino in Johannesburg. So our life of traveling started there. We have been to South Africa more than 30 times. We have been to America twice. We have been to Hawaii once. We have been to Mexico twice. We have been to Italy, like you are seeing in that photograph there. This lady in green, that's Judy. And whatever you can see behind there, that is St. Peter's Basilica in Italy. We were there last year. And life has been sweet. Mauritius, we have been there twice. We have been to Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Hong Kong. And let me tell you, life is sweet. Life is sweet with New Life. Now, money came along, and good money, because in our first year, we were earning about 80,000 in a month. In our second year, our income had gone to 200,000 a month. In 2.5 years, we became members of the president's team. By then, our check got to about 320,000 a month. We have been able to do a lot of things. I'm sure Gladys has, there's a photo of a house that you have seen there. At the beginning, This house you can see right now is my house in Karen. I built this house courtesy of the money from this business. Then the next house you can see, the one which has some gray, we can see that one is my Ushago house. It's a 3-bedroom house. Ushago, and that is one of my cars, and a lot of other things that have happened. Now, I believe you would want to know, how do you succeed in this business? What is it that you require to succeed in this business? Now, one of the things, the first thing that you require is to know who you are. Know who you are. You need to know who you are. Where you are, who you are right now, is it the person that you would want to become? Is it the person that you would want to become? Is it the person, I mean, would you want to live in the houses that you live in? I don't know whether you would be having professionals in this call, but I believe you went to school to make your lives better. Can you imagine a whole professional who has never taken his children, and I mean big children now, for a holiday outside Kenya? It would be very hard. It's a very hard feeling. So understand that you have not had enough of your life. Once you understand that you have not had enough of your life, then you want to know where you want to be and what you want to become and what you want to do with your life. For me, I wanted to travel. You see, at one point, one of my young kids, my youngest son, aliona watoto wakiingia kwa ndege, alafu akaniuliza, "Daddy, na sisi tutaingia kwa ndege lini?" Let me tell you, it was a very painful question, because my parents hawakuwa wamepanda ndege, and all my relatives. So when I got this opportunity na nikaona mtu anaweza kapanda ndege, nikasema I'll do the business so that I and my family, we can get into a plane. In 2009, I was able to take my family to Durban, South Africa, for a holiday. After that, they have gone. We have taken them to Belgium, to Germany. We have taken them to Mozambique and other places, that even US. Now, number 3, I'm talking about 10 items. Number 3, we need to have mastery of a procrastination. You know, many of us keep thinking about, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. You have somebody that you can introduce into this business. Na unasema, huyu nitaongea naye kesho. Then kesho ikifika unasikia anakuambia, bwana, kuna biashara nimeambiwa nikuelezee. Saa hiyo unapata amekuwa sponsored na mtu mwingine. Please stop procrastination. If it's buying products, buy products for your own use. Number 4, you need to be enthusiastic about this business. Let me tell you the truth. We have been talking about the COVID-19, about Corona, and how people have lost jobs, how businesses have closed. This is the only business that I know as at now, among others maybe, that people are now very, very positive about Corona. Because number 1, when we talk about opportunities, we have the best opportunities here. For people who do not have jobs, whose businesses have collapsed, who are looking for jobs, who have lost jobs. About immunity, we have the best solution. So to me, we are in the best field. So even if I'm a civil engineer, I'm a civil engineer because of fun, not because I want to make money through civil engineering, but because of my profession, my career. I just love my career. But when it comes to making money, this is the best business opportunity. Number 5, we need to change our habits. You see, we have always been told work from home, work from home. Now, when we talk about changing habits, what are you doing at home? It's not about watching TV. Go through your list of names that are in your contacts. Go through those names, then talk to your friends, invite them for the meetings. You can even get them to invite their own friends. You have a lot of contacts. Do enough networking. Read books. You have a lot of time. Number 6, you need to have a positive mental attitude. A positive mental attitude. I'll tell you the truth, this business is not simple, but it is easy. It's not simple, but it is easy. Have a positive mental attitude. Because once you start the business, you'll find so many people, so many things that will pull you down. You'll find your best friend that you thought would join the business, amesema no, sitajoin hii kitu. And that may discourage you. Please have a positive mental attitude. Number 7, prepare to pay the full price. Prepare to pay the full price. Be there, stick there. Kama ni matope, ingia kwa hiyo matope na miguu miwili. But I'm telling you, in 2 years' time, if you are serious about the business, you'll achieve what you want to achieve. It happened for me, and I know it can happen for you. Please don't get discouraged. So what you need to do to pay the full price is invite for meetings. We are talking about a massive action. Please don't invite 2 people to the meeting. Now, the beauty with this business is right now is that we are not talking to people face to face. So those people who are shy, like me, the way I used to be, you have an opportunity now. Just set those links. People will come to the meeting. If they don't come to the meeting, you don't get discouraged. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone is waiting somewhere. So get people, invite people. That's one of the things that you must do. Number 2, become a better user of the products. Please become a better user of the products. Use these products better than your customers. I'll tell you the truth. Your customers cannot use more products than the ones you're using. So if you're using 1 product, it means your customers will be using 0. If you're using 2 products, it means your customers may be using 1. So be a massive user of the products. Then once you invite for the meetings, people listen to the business opportunity. Some will say, yes, I want to join the business. Others will say, I want to buy the products. You must do a follow-up immediately after the meeting. Don't take more than 24 hours before you talk to the people you had invited for the meeting. Number 8, learn how to moderate these Zoom meetings. You see, Zoom meetings are very interesting. You see, like now I'm talking. I don't know whether everybody has quit, has gone to sleep. I'm just talking. Maybe I'm talking to myself. But you must understand that is how Zoom meetings work. Learn how to moderate them. Talk to the person who invited you. Talk to the person who introduced you to the business. We have Gladys there, who is perfect with Zoom meetings. We have perfect with Zoom meetings. In fact, we should listen to these people moderating the meetings. We have Dixon, who is fantastic in moderating meetings. Let them teach you how to moderate meetings. Because once you learn that, your people will realize that you're a good leader. And once they realize that you're a good leader, you're not likely to be telling them things that they will not do. You tell them to invite, they will invite. And when you are moderating meetings with your friends, give them an opportunity to talk during the meeting. I'll tell you, I'm going to create a massive team. Number 9, second to last, there's persistent, perseverance, and tactic. You must have tactic when you're inviting, when you are doing follow-up. Please don't bulldoze people into the business. Let them understand that you care more than you want to make the money. Number 10, and the last one, commitment. When you wake up, please think about this business. Think about your family. Think about how you can improve your family. Remember, for men, when God created the world, when he was creating man, he created man in his own image. And God gave man instructions. God did not give instructions to the woman. He gave man instructions. That is why a man is so important in a family. And that is why, as a man, you need to be in the forefront in providing for your family, in making money for your family to make their lives better. And I believe if you have done it, anybody in this call can make it. Thank you very much, and God bless you.